Mag-sync, kailangan mag-sync. Yan. Okay na.
Welcome to Bar Beshies. This is Slay.
Ako si JP.
At ito naman si Kalbong Noel.
Oh nga, no, ngayon ka lang yung nakita ang kalbo.
Oo nga.
Huling beses tayo naka-video, long hair ka pa.
Long hair pa.
So, nagawa mo nga, dinonate mo yung buhok mo.
Oo, dinonate ko sa
Natuwa ba
batang
sila?
may cancer. Ang ganda-ganda ng buhok ko eh, ba yan? Ganda-ganda nun eh, tapos grabe naman sila. Oh, hello.
So, Beshies, bakit tayo ngayon may video uli?
Ay, no. Baka kasi miss nila, pumayat siya. Sabihin ko sana pumayat ba kami, pero baka mabash tayo.
Sige, lumaki ako.
Tsaka pumayat, sure tayo doon.
Konti lang,
Anyway,
Yan.
so ba't nga tayo nandito?
Meron tayong special episode. And of course, gusto ko lang sabihin that we are shooting right now dito sa ating Alma Mater.
Alma Mater.
Kung hindi kayo sure, ayan no.
Alma Mater.
We are at LPU, Lyceum of the Philippines University, Manila, for this special episode of Bar Beshies.
Yes.
Sobrang exciting nito kasi we'll be discussing a lot about kung saan naman kami nag-graduate sa College of Law.
Baka kasi hindi pa sila aware. Sa lahat ng episodes namin, nagpa-plug kami, di ba? Para naman makita nyo kung anong itsura ng school namin at kung itsura at kung feeling maging Lycean.
Yeah.
Sobrang ganda dito, no? I mean, we thank you for the school management for allowing us, of course, na mag-shoot dito sa napakagandang multimedia room ng, ano ba tawag dito?
Solero H. L'Oreal Academic Resource Center. Obviously, ako po yung sanay na nandito. Sila, mga first time nila. Kaya
nagulat ako sa library.
Yung pangalan.
Yung library area ito, third floor. Tapos when you come in, meron siyang parang bleachers. Tapos,
itutour namin kayo.
astig, pwede kang matulog habang nag-aaral pa rin.
So, Beshies, itutour namin kayo. I-videohan ko mamaya. Okay lang naman videohan, di ba? I-videohan ko.
I-share mo naman sa
I-share
TikTok
namin
okay.
sa aming mga social media pages where you can follow us. Of course, Facebook, Bar Beshies. Instagram, Bar Beshies. TikTok, bar.beshies. Also, please like, follow, and share our Spotify, Bar Beshies. I-rate nyo po kami ng 5 stars. Click the bell icon para updated kayo sa episodes namin.
Grabe, kabisado. Pwede rin tayong, makikita rin kami sa Apple Podcast, tapos sa Listen Notes. Paki-email kami kung gusto nyo kaming kausapin sa barbeshies@gmail.com, and whenever you share barbeshies stuff, you should use the hashtag barbeshies.
To be fair, hindi ka na barok doon, no?
Ay.
Hashtag.
Hostog.
Muntik lang.
Kasi ito nga, bilang nandito tayo sa
Yeah.
Lyceum, ha? Kung may share kayo na isa sa mga pinaka masasayang experience nyo being a Lycean, ano yun?
Sige.
Na-shock sila, wala to.
Paano to?
Hindi ako, kasi I've always treated, or at least the school has always treated me as family.
Yep.
So parang pagpasok ko doon, first year, wala akong kilala, I was already working. I felt like I was old already entering law school.
Old ka naman talaga, oo.
That time. Pero parang everyone was really welcoming. Yan, sina Noel, yung seniors namin noon. Talagang tinry kaming i-recruit pero hindi kami pumayag. Pero okay lang.
Oo naman.
And yun, it's really family from all throughout. No? From first year until the bar, even when I failed the bar. And then until I passed the bar, talagang hindi ako iniwan ng Lyceum. And that's, and I always make it a point to give back kasi nga pamilya yung rin sa akin ng Lyceum.
Sa akin naman is the community, like family, community itself eh. Dahil maliit nga relatively ang ating community sa school, madaling makipagkaibigan, madaling mo makilala yung mga seniors mo, katulad nung ginawa ko kay JP na basta ko siya inaya sa inuman, mga ganyan. So, yun. It's really something I cherish, the community na ginawa ng Lyceum College of Law. I'm very thankful for that.
Hindi saka I think Lay can attest to this naman. Yung yung College of Law kasi it's a mix of those who started in Lyceum and those who transferred from other schools. And pag transfer ka from other schools, it's as if you did not transfer. Talagang after mo Lyceum, parang Lyceum ka na eh. Hindi ka na galing sa ibang school.
Totoo yan. To be fair naman dyan. Kasi you always feel very welcome. Kahit it's very low-key. Diba? Hindi tayo maingay, hindi tayo medyo bongga. Pero, ang kagandahan is you always feel welcome. And kaya nga we have this episode today is because we are happy to share with you the good news that we are expanding the Lyceum community and the Lyceum family. So, in line with that, may guests tayo today.
Yan.
Right? Kaya ang daming sofa. Okay? So, without further ado, I'd like to call on Dean Sol Mawis and Attorney Ria Hernandez.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. Hello.
Hi, Dean.
Hello.
Attorney Ria.
Hello.
Welcome to Barbeshies!
Kamusta po kayo?
Ito, parang hindi ako makapaniwalang katabi ko kayo.
Kasi minsan na ikaw nasa harap ka na.
Sanay kang nakatayo kami sa harap mo.
Exactly.
Para lang sa mga luma at bagong Barbeshies natin, pwede nyo i-revisit or puntahan yung episode with Dean. It's titled Dean Mom. Nasa whatever podcast or streaming platform na matatagpuan nyo kami. So check out nyo yun. Kinuwento ni Dean kung ano yung buhay law student niya. Check it out.
We talked about this earlier, no, na parang dahil nga isa sa mga happy memories namin ay pagiging pamilya sa law school, and I think most of it can be attributed kay Dean.
Oh yeah.
Dean Sol, di ba? Kasi talagang siya yung unang kakausap sa'yo, sasabihin niya sa'yo, huwag ka mag-rap. Ayaw mo yan.
Ayaw tanggapin ang pagbagsak.
And parate, no, like I said, I think I've shared this with the episode before when I didn't make it the first time when I took the bar. It was Dean Sol, one of the few who called me up and say, you come home and you study with us, supportahan ka na. Medyo. Pero yun, so we're here to talk about the expansion of our law school.
Yes, so baka Dean, you want to give us a background. Ano ba tong expansion na to, nakaabang-abang?
Expansion back.
For the first time, magbubukas tayo ng isang class only dedicated sa online teaching. So yung mga taong nasa ibang bansa, nasa mga karating bayan, sa mga probinsya, pwede na ho kayo mag-law school at makatapos sa Lyceum sa Makati or sa Cavite. But it's virtual classroom.
So, hindi ibig yung sabihin, parang all throughout their stay in law school, online lang sila, permanently.
First year to fourth year. But there will be parts sa fourth year na kailangan nyo umuwi kasi kailangan nyo umapir sa korte pag nag-clinical legal education. By the way, I'd like to introduce to you the first, okay?
First ever!
Si Attorney Ria the first.
The first ever virtual.
We'll make history.
Yes.
Okay, our college secretary, Attorney Ria.
Hello. Hello. Giving it back to you.
Ganda.
Dito nyo makikita kung gaano kami kasaya. You know, the three of them, actually no, the two of them were my former students. Nakita ko silang, and she was also my student.
So bali ako lang po yung hindi nag-student.
So yung competitive
Oo
ako.
nga, ikaw rin eh.
The three of them, my students, look at them now, no?
Healthy.
Mahuhusay, kagalang-galang, paminsan-minsan.
Walang PTSD.
Walang-wala. Nag-moist na nga uli yung salamin ko para na-resit ko nung nakaraan eh.
Hindi naman sila na-traumatize, masaya silang mga tao.
Pero I think you're talking about online, diba? Fully online na law program. Pero gusto lang din namin linawin na hindi naman mawawala yung actual classes natin, both in LPU Makati and LPU Cavite.
Okay, liliwanagin ko, no, sa ating law school, may tatlong baling, kumbaga, classes, no? First one is in Makati. Ang ating college secretary dyan is yung maganda yung beer
Beshi.
Pwede rin po.
Beer beshies, pwede rin po. Come on, enroll sa Makati.
Maraming inuman doon.
Totoo naman.
Okay, but she's she's our college secretary for our Makati campus. Meron tayo sa Cavite, si Attorney Janice, okay? And then, of course, sa virtual class, si Attorney Ria nga, no? So, magkakaroon pa rin tayong face-to-face, lalo na dun sa mga nasa Makati o nasa Cavite nakatira o nagtatrabaho. Kailangan yung pumasok sa school, no? Hindi siya kasama dun sa online. Pero yung mga, yun nga, labas sa Makati or labas sa Quezon, ay sa Cavite, then you can do virtual.
Yes.
Bakit siya parang game changer ngayon din na magkakaroon tayo ng fully online?
Kasi accessibility. Yun ay para maiparating sa mga taong maraming gustong maging abogado, kaya lang dahil nga, mahirap din pumunta sa Makati, mahirap din pumunta sa Cavite, at least mabigyan sila ng pagkakataon na makatapos ng abogasya at makagraduate sa Lyceum. Kaya natin ginagawa itong online course office.
Alam mo din, okay din yan eh. Kasi we've had a lot of followers na nag-message namin na undergrad pa lang who want to go into law school. Na medyo mahirap for them to lumuwas, maghanap ng law school para sa kanila. So, this online JD program really is intended para sa mga students who want to become lawyers but medyo mahirap for them na mag-move someplace else kasi medyo malayo siguro sila nakatira, no?
That's true.
Siguro to add din, especially in provinces, di ba? Para medyo limited yung law schools available. So I guess opening an online program would give them an alternative ng kung anong law school yung pwede nilang pasukan.
So, Besh, paano to? Like, how will this online program work?
So it will be like depending on the prerogative of the professor, no. It will be done either through Zoom or through Teams or whatever online platform yung available. But from then almost entirely nung law school it will be done virtually except lang yung CLEP kasi meron siyang face-to-face component, di ba?
O sige, wait lang para for the benefit of our besties or listening who have no idea what CLEP is. Sige, explain mo naman.
Bigla ang reset.
Sa'yo nga, nahihili ako yung tatanong.
Ganda nun, back to you din eh. Back to you din.
Kasi diba kailangan malaman, but importante na for CLEPs, specifically, kailangan nilang mag-appear face-to-face.
Okay, merong component kasi na required ang lahat ng eskwelahan, no? Na may tinatawag na tayong Clinical Legal Education Program na kung saan ang mga estudyante, and this will be CLEP 2, no? Yung pwedeng umapir sa korte, no? Hindi naman tayo, yes, meron ngang umapir sa korte virtually, but majority, it's still going to be face-to-face, especially when you appear in court. And this is where Lyceum will come in and train you precisely to be lawyers who can appear in court. Iba pa rin syempre yung uma-appear ka sa korte na kaharap mo yung judge. By the way, just to stress the CLEP program, no, hindi ka basta uma-appear kasi you are under the supervision and guidance of a lawyer. And we have a CLEP director for that purpose, and that's Attorney Warren Concepcion. Yun ho bang madalas sumayaw sa
sa TikTok. Baka pwede natin ipa-collab. Si JP naman sasayaw on behalf of Bardesh.
Pwede ba yung mga lawyers na sa CLEP program na yung maharap sa
Katulad din, no? Yung katabi ko.
Kailangan ko ata ng CLEP program. Di ba, bawi naman na ata yan dun sa requirement naman sa atin na bago.
Yung ULAS.
Yes.
Yung ULAS program.
Sige, go.
So, now that we are offering this online program, nakita nyo ba, based on your experience from the pandemic, nagkaroon ba ng changes in the behavior of how students consume knowledge? Especially doon nung time na yun, online eh.
Alam mo, ako looking back of course, masama loob natin sa COVID, no? But one thing na napansin ko na nadulot ng COVID, yung pang people can adjust pala.
Yes, certainly.
Changing times at saka to the demands of the times. Yung hindi ka pwedeng magsabi, hindi na ako papasok, tigil ng pag-aaral. Na-invento, nagamit bigla yung Zoom, nakapag-deliver ka through yung mga online modalities, no? So, ibig ko sabihin, ito hindi na bago, no? It is something that has been done. And I think we have to nurture this kind of change because we have to adapt to the changing world. The world now is not defined by the four corners of a classroom. It can extend beyond the four corners of the classroom, and that is exactly what this program is all about. It's not just the four corners. You can learn even if we see each other through space, no? Hindi naman ibig sabihin dito lang tayo pwedeng matuto. And we can make friends. Ilan na nakita ko na maraming nagkatuluyan virtually, di ba?
Virtually. Sino po yun? Pakis-share.
Name names.
May kilala po baka po ba?
Pero actually nakakatawa. I think na-share natin to sa ibang episodes natin. Meron mga students ngayon that they study online and they go live while studying. So, naghahanap lang sila
Dami mong nadidiscover sa TikTok.
Dahil sa TikTok yan.
Nakita ko yung mga nag-aaral na students on TikTok na naka-live lang sila. Tapos sabihin nila, okay, 5 minutes magbabasa ako. After 5 minutes, makikipagkwentuhan sila online. Tapos parang, how does that work? Tapos naisip ko, parang same nga yun, no? Before, during our time, na nasa coffee shop ka. Magbabasa ka for 30 minutes and then makikipagchikahan.
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour.
Maninigarilyo muna kayo.
Attorney Ria, meron bang mga ano yung nakikita mong possible na challenges for students naman entering this program?
Well, I guess siguro, itong assumption lang, no? Kasi parang never naman akong naging student in a virtual setting. Pero parang, I assume kasi parang medyo, like maybe because of social media also, na parang lumiit yung attention span ng mga tao. So parang baka, like for example, ako I teach 4 units eh. So if I teach 4 units ng virtual, baka challenging yon dun sa part ng students para mag-focus ka for 4 hours ng virtual lang, di ba? Plus parang siguro challenge on their part din na, kasi parang pag nasa law school ka, adult ka na, di ba? So parang you have to parent yourself or you have to discipline yourself, di ba? If you're in a face-to-face setting, merong live person na parang pwedeng dumisiplina sa'yo na, o hindi ka nagbasa, ito yung consequences nung hindi mo pagbabasa. And because of that, may chance na, let's say, mapahiya ka sa classroom, di ba? But in a virtual setting kasi parang medyo wala yun. So I guess parang that's part of the challenges na pwedeng makaharap din ng mga students na how do they discipline themselves and how to focus kahit na parang, di ba parang research says na parang in the last couple of years, lumiliit yung attention span ng mga tao.
Gusto ko yung may bawal ka research. Pinaghandaan. Sa academic. May research siya. Okay.
As teachers naman, I guess, mga profs naman tayo dito. No? Do you think, ano yung adjustments na kailangan natin gawin when teaching? Kasi ako, ang napansin ko, no, I started teaching last year. But I've been teaching online previous years na mga professional courses. Nag-iba na rin yung behavior talaga ng students. Less students have more books doon sa desk nila. Lahat almost naka-laptop na pag nagbigay ka ng cases, wala na ata nagpapa-photocopy ng cases ngayon, di ba? So, ano naman sa tingin nyo, Lay, Attorney Lia, si Dean, what are the challenges naman as professors to make sure that these students, same lang yung magiging knowledge na makukuha nila, the training that they would need as compared to doon sa mga live classroom.
Bakit
kasama?
Kasi college second.
Outsider na kami.
Ano not Dean? Kayo kuya. Ay, oh my God. Hindi ako nakinig.
Hindi, anong challenge as a prof na to make sure na they get the same quality?
To be honest, I've always been very vocal about this. I feel like I'm not very effective on camera. Kasi I feel like...
Nadi-distract sila sa beauty mo.
Oo, yun din. Oo, yan.
Ang ganda!
At
Okay.
Hindi ako nakakatakot on camera. Diba? Hindi kayo takot? Pero I guess in person kasi, when you get the whole package of your professor, teaching with all of her body and soul, it doesn't come across kasi on camera eh. And you have to admit, diba parang one of the most rewarding parts about being a teacher is that when you give your 100% and then you see the light bulb sa mga mata nila, because you gave that 100% in teaching for that day, yun yung isa sa mga rewarding. And I don't feel like it comes across talaga 100% and on camera. So, for me, that's one big challenge. Kaya I feel like, really, there are people that are effective online, there are people that are more effective on Facebook.
Saka mahirap ata yung magsa-start yung session mo parati na, can you hear me? Can you see me clearly?
Buti nga, adjusted na yung mga tao sa mga ganun na experience sila nila previously eh.
Ikaw naman.
Hindi ako, I remember lang parang we traveled couple of months ago kasi with other faculty members and parang we, for some reason, parang kami yung mga medyo funny lang na prof.
Wait, kasi natawa ako sa very funny.
Medyo funny. Define medyo.
Hindi kami yung nasa group na yun, hindi kami yung mga kapitag-pitagan na mga professor sa school.
I guess hindi ako pwede magturo, ano?
over coffee, nung nag-travel kami, parang napag-usapan namin yung pagtuturo nga and parang na-realize namin na parang, ay parang na-enjoy pala natin talagang magturo.
Yes.
So parang pare-pareho kami ng sentiments na the problem, or parang one of the challenges online kasi is, if you do it face-to-face and parang alam mo na-explain mo yung concept and kunyari yung general rule and exceptions dun sa estudyante and makikita mo na parang may parang nag-brighten yung mood nila. Parang immediate mo siyang makikita eh. So parang sa sarili mo parang proud ka na, okay, so naturo ko to or na-deliver ko yung concept na to na maayos sa students. So, virtually kasi parang medyo mahirap siya.
Okay.
Plus, kunyari ako as a professor, mahilig ako mag-diagram or gumawa ng flowchart sa board eh. Hindi ko alam kung paano, like, gusto ko yung may motion ka na nasusulat ka sa board mismo. Parang, if magpapakita ka kasi ng mga slides, parang, I'm not sure it would be, if that would be as effective as yung physical na writing sa board.
Yes. Kaya Dean,
pass to the Dean. Parang
Ako din, as your former student, pag online at sinabi sa'yo na I did not read the case, ano ba
paano mo siya palalabasin?
Bigyan ng context, kasi face-to-face, si Dean, pag hindi nakasagot na maayos, di ba, pinapalabas? Di ba pinalabas ka?
Hindi ako napalabas.
Hindi ako napalabas.
Hindi ka pinalabas,
Proud
pero
ako
volunteer ka lumabas.
Hindi.
Sige, okay.
Proud ako doon na hindi ako napalabas.
Yeah.
Okay, again, to give proper context. Hindi naman ako nagpapalabas kasi I don't like your face. No? Kasi ang aking rason, I go to class prepared. Okay? And it's supposed to be a symbiotic relationship. No? I go to class prepared. Ikaw rin, estudyante ka, you should go to class prepared. Kasi hindi one way dapat itong relationship nating dalawa. I learn from you, you learn from me. I don't teach, I learn from you. We share. Okay? Ngayon, kung tawagin kita, hindi mo alam mo, na-realize ko, isa sa pinaka nakakahawang sakit, katamaran. Kaya I always say, okay, hindi mo alam, step out. Kasi nakakahawa, because if I allowed you to stay, and then, wala ka namang i-contribute, lalo kapag nagtanong yung iba, kasi nagtatanong pa, tas ang malinaw, nandun naman sa assignment, diba? Sige, umuwi ka na, magbasa ka na lang mag-exam. Yun yung context, no? Yung face-to-face.
Pero din in real life, hindi ganun kakaiba.
Boom! Binasag!
That's the filtered version.
Sa class ni Dean ko natutunan na kahit di mo alam, umuo ka lang sa di mo alam mo. Kasi okay lang magkamali, basta hindi ka lumabas. Sabihin ni Dean sa'yo, are you sure that's the ruling?
Or have you just amended the law?
Pero ganun pa rin naman ang magiging experience sa virtual.
Alam mo, sa virtual, at ganito rin ako, no? Tanungin kita, unang-una, minsan tinitignan ko siguro, it's my training as a litigation lawyer. My God, pag nag-recite sila, sundan mo lang yung mata eh.
Yes.
Alam mo may binabasa eh. So, hindi ko naman masabing ipikit mo mata mo, di ba? Okay, tapos tanungin mo siya. Tapos pag hindi na niya nasagot, alam mo nang nagbabasa lang siya. Or tinanong ko, ako magbibigay ng facts, ikaw magbibigay ng ruling. Eh syempre, ang bilis, paano mo babasahin? Nagbabasa ka ng facts.
Gagawa ka ng ruling.
So ibig sabihin, kasi ko, hindi mo alam, there's such a thing as, ano ba yan? Yung out, yung ina-out mo siya.
You kick out.
You remove.
So you remove. Sabi ko, again,
Mas harsh ata online yun, no? Kasi kapag live siya, magliligpit ka pa eh.
May drama. May drama siya eh. May drama.
Pag kinig ka, parang, nawala connection ko. Na-disconnect ba ako?
Internet ko ba?
May doubt ka pa eh, no?
Then, of course, ako ang pinakamalaking challenge, how to make the class lively. Number 1, ako ang rule ko, basta every hour I stop. Kasi, parang sabi ko sa kanila, alam mo, bagsak ka na, hindi ka makasagot, tapos ang dami-dami mo pang varicose veins kasi 4 na oras kang nakaupo. Sige, every 5 minutes tatayo tayo, maglalakad tayo. Then I was able to discover, yung sinasabi mo kanina magsulat, yung
parang notepad siya sa
notepad.
Yeah.
Ako talaga yun talaga, I really use that. And then, yung breakout rooms, I will give a question. I really give a question. Okay, this time, kasi I want the class to know each other. Yung mga gusto ko naman, baka naman pwedeng ma-inlove sila sa kaklase nila. So, ilalagay ko sila sa mga group. Then, they will discuss the problem. Pagtas babalik sila, i-discuss. Makikita mo kung sino yung magrason tama, yung basis ng kanang argument. Kasi collectively, they answer. Yung iba talagang mali yung sagot. So, ibig ko sabihin, pati yung mga teachers, mag-a-adjust eh. You have to be creative, okay, to ensure that you'll be able to get their attention. Kasi minsan, okay, mahirap din naman magturo ka dire-diretso. But the beauty about online is this. Ako as an administrator, napansin ko lalo na sa LICU, wala na masyadong absentee na. Yung nag-absent na hindi na nagtuturo. Wala, everywhere they go, pag sinabing, okay, hindi ako papunta ng physical, it's either mag-makeup yan or ibang oras lang, pero matatapos yung outtime. Kasi walang rason para hindi ka makatapos.
Ganda
so
na
I think that's
yes.
okay.
Just goes on to show na the care is still there. So whatever mode, online man yan, face-to-face, nandun yung care ng teachers na makukuha ng mga estudyante kahit na nasa online setting ka, because yun nga, mag-a-adjust yung teachers, and they would also want to give out the quality that you would get sa face-to-face.
If there's one thing I would like to say is that the faculty members of the Lyceum College of Law, talagang they teach really from the heart. Hindi pa ako nakakita yung nag-teach kasi gustong ilagay sa resume. No. Talagang grabe talaga yung miski after graduation, makikita mo talaga yung care, yung talagang nag-care talaga sila dun sa estudyante.
It's really a vocation, no?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Ay, honorarium lang naman binibigay sa
Joke lang.
Gusto siyang sabihin.
Kaya alam yung from the heart.
Oo kasi hindi maabot sa stomach eh.
Aaminin mo, nasubukan tayo ng mga lecture na ganyan yung papakita niyo sa akin. Alam niyo ba yung sinasahod ko dito? Pang-gas ko lang. Gets na po namin.
Gets na po namin yun.
Bilog talaga ang mundo.
Sa isang episode na tayo, magtatayo sa
Hindi. It's really a dedication. Sabi ko nga kanina, no, lalo na kami, na-graduates of Lyceum, we're doing this to give back to the community. Of course, natulungan kami ng Lyceum to graduate. We also want to give back at one point to, either yan through the bar ops, helping yun sa mga lectures or teaching. And I like, Dean, that you mentioned about the breakout rooms. Tama naman, no, na even the professors mag-a-adjust. Hindi naman pwedeng magstay kami doon sa Socratic method. It's pagpipilitan na yun gamitin online. And it's one thing that I realized also when, sabi nga, I've been teaching online professional courses since 2020. Iba rin talaga yung paggamit nung how to make sure that the students are able to apply yung theoretical knowledge. And usually doon mo gagawin yun sa mga breakout rooms, workshops. So, on this online law school, while makakakita kayo ng changes with the way that we teach, no? What we can ensure is that the standard will be kept the same. And we retain the same high standard in Lyceum.
Actually, in line with that, kasi totoo naman, the general rule that in Lyceum, teachers teach with heart. Okay. Pero kasi totoo naman kasi diba in law school, very, very Socratic method. Right? Paano naman natin kinakapacitate yung mga professors natin of the online JD program to kind of adapt the usual Socratic method to this new platform of being online,
You know,
diba?
I really love our parang makuha kasi tingin.
Ikaw to!
Ang hirap na tanong, hindi ikaw sumagot.
Yung English pala na-capacitated, di ba? Okay. No, kasi we really have to prepare the teachers. Yun yung number one dyan, no? Itong pagtuturo online is not, hindi kami lumaki ng ganito Hindi kami tinuruan ng aming mga professors na ganito magturo. So this is relatively new. So it is very important also for the college to make sure that we will equip our professors. Kaya yan may again, no, kailangan mag-training din kami, magsisiguraduhin namin alam ko anong pipindutin kasi there was one time kung gumamit ako may pinindot ako, buong klase ko nawala.
Nakik!
Buong klase nakik!
Teka, nasa na yun? Ma'am, o kaya, ma'am, nag-freeze ka? Ha, kanina pa ako nagsasalita dito. Yung mga ganon. So, yaan, buti na lang talaga ang university, no? Meron isang departamento, yung IT department, na talagang meron, kumbaga, back-up ka ng ganyan. Hindi kami lang to, hindi lang may Zoom. It's back-up, no? And meron tayong tinatawag na in the platform.
Portal.
Okay, see?
Back to you.
Back to you. And an assist from Dean Mawis.
So, we're developing a portal right now. Kung saan parang i-upload yung syllabus and all that. And before mag-start yung classes, ay tuturuan yung mga professors, yung mga online professors.
So may training on the
how to navigate that portal.
Oh.
So para hindi rin kanya-kanyang style siguro, 'di ba? Parang at least may isang system tayong sinusunod and tuturuan yung mga professors to navigate to that system. And I think add ko lang dun sa yung concern ng mga professors. I think ngayon kasi parang feeling ko hindi na as effective. I mean, I think magkaka-batch. I mean, like generally same generation tayo, di ba? So,
Kasama si Dean, yes!
I will not object.
parang yung generation natin, parang okay lang sa atin yung Socratic method, okay lang sa atin yung medyo napapahiya ka.
Medyo.
Parang okay lang sa atin yun, tapos after parang inom na lang, tapos tawa na lang. Parang I think right now, hindi na siya as effective or hindi na siya as acceptable. Or I'm not sure if acceptable is a term. Pero parang hindi na papunta dun yung thrust or yung trajectory ng pagtuturo. So, I guess parang yung online gives us a way to address also yung gaps in teaching na parang baka nga hindi na kasi ito yung most effective way to teach yung students natin ngayon.
Yung mga weak students na hindi kayang mag-take.
Joke lang yun.
Cancel ka doon.
Hindi natin i-bleep out yun, ha?
I think the shift now is to recognize that now it's more student-centered.
Yes.
Unlike before, talaga we're totally dependent on what the teacher will tell us, diba? At saka marami kasing issues, no? Kaya itong pandemic, nagbukas ng maraming pamamaraan on how to adjust. Kasi hindi ka pwede maging stuck Okay. Siyempre, kung imagine, naka-online ka, para ka naman nanonood ng horror story kung ikaw yung naka-Socratic, di ba, na ganyan, di ba? Tapos hindi mo nakikita saan niya kinukuha o baka mamaya nagte-text yan. So you really have to adjust. No? Hindi ka pwedeng maging caught lang or naka-froze ka lang sa isang time, no? You really have to adjust. And I think the teachers have adjusted tremendously. And then, iba talaga, tama yung sinabi ni Rian, parang nag-iiba rin yung estudyante. Yung estudyante, mas gusto nila yung, okay, pag-usapan natin to. Instead na takutin mo ko, di ba?
More collaborative.
More collaborative. And it's, as I said, it's no longer dependent on the teacher. It's really student-centered. Yun yung mga issues na kailangan din harapin natin at tanggapin natin. Kailangan din tayong mag-adjust. But, isa lang ang pamantayan. Yan lang naman. There is only one standard, and that is the standard of excellence. That cannot be compromised. Kaya, okay, sige, hindi ka nagpapa-recite o ganito. Pero pagdating sa exam, doon mo makikita malaking bagay ang examination na yan eh. So, maraming bumabagsak sa exam kasi hindi ka nag-aaral eh. So, hindi, I think, no, what is important is regardless of the way you teach, but if you have a standard of excellence, you will have to ensure that that standard is maintained. Okay? Wala kang kung hindi mo ipapasa dahil sa awa, ipapasa mo dahil alam niya, may pag-asa siyang to move on, di ba? So, that's how it should be. It's not the modality that will define the success of the student, but rather the modality should be guided by the level of excellence we all have defined. And that's the standard of excellence.
And that's one thing din, no, na in reality, once you graduate the JD program, you're gonna take the bar exam.
Yeah.
So kahit sabihin natin na we don't want to put the bar exam in the pedestal, ganyan, dadaanan mo yun eh. So talaga mag-e-exam at mag-e-exam ka. Speaking of exam, Attorney Ria, anong itsura ngayon ng mga exams in the online class?
Back to you.
Para ba siya, pero yung bar exam, ano ba siya, yung program?
Joke lang. Siguro parang anong itsura ng exam. I think challenge siya sakit na ano kami kung ka pa. I think challenge siya sa professors in a way na how do you craft questions na hindi siya ma-chat GPT or hindi siya may AI, diba? So parang like ako personally mas feeling ko mas mahirap yung mga tanong ko nung time na parang online class lang tayo. Kasi parang yung time na online class, yung time ng pandemic, na yung wala pa talagang face-to-face, mas marami akong nababagsak na students as opposed to nung nag-face-to-face. So parang feeling ko hindi bumaba yung standard of excellence and mas humirap yung tanong kasi you have to make sure na hindi ito madaling mag-google and kaya nila itong sagutin based on ano yung inaral nila on the limited time that they have. So, questions are more creative, I guess, and it's not parang who, what, where question, but it's really more of yung gagamitin nila, kung ano yung natutunan nila, just so ma-ensure natin na, or ma-safeguard natin yung integrity of the exam.
So, medyo misconception talaga, no? Kasi, I know a lot of students feel like, online, mas madali. Kaya nga, to be honest, parang ako nung when I found out about the online JD program, ang concern ko kasi na, baka lumipad yung mga Makati students sa online kasi feeling nila mas madali. Guys, hindi. Okay, hindi. Mas mahirap.
Personally, mas marami akong nabagsak
Hindi
sa online.
In Lyceum, as professors, we're given academic freedom. Eh.
Right.
So talagang the professors, since kami yung may kilala sa students on how they generally consume kung ano yung tinuturo namin. Kami rin yung may alam ng best way to test them. And iba-ibang magiging ways yan for professors. I think that's what I wanted to point out with that question, na hindi siya parang isa lang na bigyan lang namin kayo ng Google form tapos sasagutan nyo. It's not going to be like that.
Nag-move on na from that, diba? Nag-move on na from that. Kasi mami tayo when the pandemic first started, ganun eh. Diba? Pero because it's been so long since the pandemic started, nakapag-adjust na enough to make the exams more competent. Right?
Yeah. And ang hirap ng mag-recycle ng tanong.
Yes.
Diba? Parang kailangan mo ng mag-isip, diba parang dati, pwede kong kunin tong tanong.
Samplex
diba?
na, may samplex ka.
So parang ngayon,
Wala
alam mo
gumagamit
nang,
ng samplex.
may copy na sila nito.
Ako lang.
Na to, so kailangan mo.
Pero just just to add, hindi naman ito dahil gusto nating takutin yung mga estudyante Because gusto lang natin na kung gusto mong maging maayos na estudyante, gusto mong maging mahusay na abogado, syempre retain natin yung standards. And this is the adjustment na kailangan gawin ng mga profesor para lang din makuha mo kung ano yung binabayaran mo, 'di ba? Dahil online na nga siya and you want to attain whatever you need to attain para maging maayos kang abogado para sa magiging kliyente mo, edi ito yung kailangan nilang i-adjust para sa atin. So hindi ito takutan. It is just if you're up for the challenge, the online thing is available.
Hindi siya takutan pero hindi rin siya mas madali.
Yes.
Diba? Parang hindi siya mas madali than face to face. Parang siguro mas madali siya in terms of accessibility but parang yung requirement of the subject or of the course remains the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll move on to a different point, ha? Kasi, I think one of the things that are different, ha, from online to face-to-face are the resources. Right? Kasi face-to-face students have the luxury or have the privilege of utilizing a library, a law library, right? So, paano naman po yung ganong klaseng availability of resources for our online students?
Definitely, they can access our library, and we are prepared to cater to all those, the queries, requirements of all kinds of students, whether online or in person. So, wala tayong, wala tayong masyadong concern kasi ma-access talaga nila. And again, very welcoming ang aming librarian. Okay, si
Shout
Mr.
out to Alvin
Halcon,
who also has an episode here, by the way, called The Live Will Keep Us Alive.
And he will really keep you alive,
Yes.
because he will make sure that you will have no problems accessing books. I remember just during the pandemic, natatandaan ko si Alvin. Syempre, may school, hindi makapunta sa mga book supplier. Alam mo bang siya yung, sige, ako kakausap, pinapa-deliver pa niya. Ganun talaga yung dedication ng librarian natin sa Lyceum, went out of his way to make sure that there will be deliveries, okay, the students will be able to access it. So no problem, that's not a major concern.
Misaka with all the available resources right now, even there are I think AI resources na nagsasum up, ayun naman natin, di ba? Pero nagsasum up ng mga cases, or at least kino-compile yung mga cases for you. Sobrang ang dami ng available resources online that it wouldn't be an excuse for you anymore na wala kang enough resources. Plus, you can also go to your graduates, the alumni, the community, if you need any help, di ba? Meron tayong Facebook page where nandun lahat ng mga One Lyceum natin. So, very helpful naman yung mga tao doon. If you need any resources, we can also help you out.
Alam mo, ang isa ko lang gustong stress pa dito sa online. You might think it will be easier to cheat, easier to just copy and download yung mga digested cases already na nakapost dyan. But at the end of the day, you are depriving yourself of the opportunity to be great. Ikaw ang mag-cheat, that's your call. And then secondly, pag nahuli ka, we know what's gonna happen to you. Meron naman naka-in place kasi ayaw natin na ang gagraduate dito sa Lyceum yung marunong. Dapat ethical din. And yan, ini-stress lahat yan from first year to fourth year. We cannot shortcut the learning law, and at the same time, we can involve ourselves in nefarious activities, or yung mga maling practice. So, I think sa online, in fact, ang online students, ang napansin ko, kahit online sila, marami dyan may dedication. Kasi gusto nilang mapabuti. Diba? Kailangan mapabuti. Yun nga lang, when my son, I remember, online siya, kasi pandemic, humingi ng baon yan.
Valid ba yun? Valid ba yun?
Oo, sabi niya, Mama, pahingin baon. Sabi ko, teka, bakit may pasok ka naman? Hindi, ma. Ba't ka humingi ng baon? Kasi mama student ako. Sige, no problem. So, pinadalan ko siya via Gmail ng picture ng 1,000 pesos. 1,000 na kailan. I will adjust. So, yun lang.
Kahit 1 million pa yan.
Kaya sa mga nakikinig na magulang, makakatipid ho kayo dyan.
Totoo.
Hindi kailangan mamasahe. Internet lang, tsaka
Ayun pati, yung internet, Bago pala kayo maka-enroll dito sa ating online class, may mga requirements yan. Back to you.
What an assist!
Thanks for that, sis.
Kasi hindi ko alam.
So part of the requirements would be certain undertaking na number one, you have the capacity to be part of an online class. So you have the internet, you have at least 2 gadgets. Bakit 2 gadgets? Kasi if during exams, you might be required na may isa pang gadget sa likod mo para just one of the mechanisms to ensure na wala or at least mabawasan natin yung possibility ng cheating. Another undertaking would be yung nakatira ka outside NCR. Kasi we're opening this nga to those outside NCR and outside Cavite. So parang yun yung among other requirements, parang yun yung dalawang undertaking na kailangan mo. And dahil nga nag-undertake ka na may capacity ka or may internet capacity ka and may gadget ka to do online classes, hindi excuse, 'di ba? Na wala po akong internet or ganyan, hindi excuse kasi nag-undertake eh. So parang part siya ng initially pa lang i-ensure na natin na alam nila kung ano yung mga requirements nila bilang mga estudyante.
That's nice, no? Actually, yung mga sinabi ni Dean sa ni Attorney Ria, yung babalik tayo sa ano yan eh. Kung gusto mong mangarap, maging responsable ka eh, di ba? So ngayon, kung mag-i-enroll ka ng law school, ganyan, and even if it's an online program, you should be responsible for your dreams, di ba? Tama ba yun, Japes?
Ayun yung lagi natin sinasabi. I think it's a theme that we've always had since we started, no? Mangarap responsibly. And this expands the opportunity for those who dream of becoming a lawyer someday. Whether you just graduated, basta pasok ka dun sa sinabi ni Attorney Ria, no? You just graduated, you're working, yung mga nagsasabi na, challenge sa amin, gusto ko sana mag-law school, kaya lang ang layo ko sa law school. Ito, mabibigyan na kayo ng opportunity to pursue your dream, no? And nandito naman kami as your professors to make sure that you get the same
as your beshies.
Well, as professors,
beer beshies.
to make sure that may standards, no?
Yes,
Nandun yung standards. And as bar beshies,
Yes.
para sirain ang inyong standards.
para naman, you were always here to, kung kailangan yun ng support system.
Yes, to encourage you to keep through. Oo.
Marami na kaming sinagot sa Instagram na nagkakaproblema kahit sa love life nila.
Hindi nung
Sinasagot
love life
namin yan.
naalala ko na naman siya.
So yan. So siguro na lang ha, any message to our beshies or whoever is watching right now who is thinking about going into law school po?
Yung sinabi kanina ni JP, dream responsibly. Totoo yon. Ang mangarap libre. Okay. Masarap mangarap. Pwede mo namang gawing reality ang pangarap mo eh. Pero kung nangangarap ka tapos hindi ka naman responsable, your dream will turn into a nightmare and we will be your Freddy Krueger in your dreams, no? So,
Tapos naglabas na. Yeah.
So basically, dream responsibly. I like that. You want to be the best, then be the best, because that's the only way you can be the best, no? It takes 2 to tango. He will be here to help you, but please make sure that when you come in and join us, you are ready to go to bar. Okay?
Ikaw, Attorney Ria.
Well, parang hopefully they consider enrolling in the online JD program, no? Because as
Siyempre, ikaw yung college secretary eh.
we make history.
The first.
Parang I think it's a good alternative na ibinibigay natin sa mga gustong mag-aral ng abogasya, and it's possibly a cheaper alternative also and more accessible. So parang sana they consider enrolling in our school.
O kayo, may gusto ba kayong sabihin?
Ako,
sa bagong-bagong online JD program na to?
Ako guys, nag-try kasi ako mag-LLM and everything's online. So, hindi naman ako pinapwersa ng eskwelahan na pasukan yun eh. Pero pumasok pa rin ako, di ba? So, right now, natapos ko na yung academics, nandun ako sa thesis phase. So, ngayon nahihirapan ako na i-pursue yung thesis. Pero I have to be responsible. about it. So just like it being online na ino-offer ng JD program, it will be up to you kung paano niyo siya gagawin. Pero lagi nyo ring iisipin accessibility, and tutulungan din naman kayo ng community on how you can reach that dream na maging abogado ka. Pero syempre, responsable pa rin dapat tayo.
Ako for those na gusto talagang mag-pursue ng law school at nahihirapan, challenges, what I can say, and I think I go back to how we started, Lyceum will always be a family. Once you enroll, kahit anong modality yan, physical or online, you will get the same treatment from the school. You will be treated as family. And that is why, what I can say is that I will always be a proud Lycean. Lala, dito tayo sa Lyceum. Siyempre, di ko naman pwedeng sabihin hindi.
Sana may pagkain mamaya.
But I will always be a proud Lycean because of one, the quality of education that you will get, and then number two, the family that you will also gain. So, yun lang from me.
Yes.
Ako, as a last note, I'm really very happy about this because, number one, this really gives opportunity for those who otherwise would not have any opportunity to go to law school, to go to law school.
Yep.
Bakit? Because masaya ako pag may taong nakaka-achieve ng pangarap nila. 'Di ba? And masaya ako na may mga tumutulong sa mga taong ganon na ma-achieve yung dreams nila. Second, of course, hindi tayo tatanggal sa more lawyers.
Yep.
Diba? Kasi alam naman natin na kulang ang abogado sa Pilipinas. So if there are more opportunities like this, that would give more opportunities to would-be aspiring law students and aspiring lawyers, of course, this is something to be excited about. This is something to be thankful about. So, kung Beshi, nakikinig ka ngayon, maybe this is your sign.
Yep.
Diba? To enroll in law school at siguro alisin na natin yung mga kaba sa katawan kasi ito na ang pagkakataon mo at the comfort of your bedroom to be part of the legal community.
Yes. Wait lang.
Oh.
Kailan ang launch?
Oh, yan.
Kailan ang launch?
So, classes would start in August. Application would, we would start accepting applications as early as June. Yun. Enrollment, I think, would be July.
Attorney Ria, where can they inquire or check out kung yung magiging online JD program?
Shucks, hindi ko memorize yung email address. Pero I think it's onlinejd@lpu.edu.ph.
Lalagay namin yan.
Maglalabas kami na PubBat. Maglalabas ng PubBat.
Yes.
Nandun yung email address.
Okay. So, guys.
Okay. So guys, we're excited, no?
Yep.
We're excited to meet the first batch of online JD students, okay? So with that, we are the Barbeshies. This is Lay.
Ako si JP.
Si Noel, and we have Dean Soledad Mawis and Attorney Ria.
Yay!
Thank you.
Bye, Beshies. Dean,
Okay, cut na.
Okay na, thank you guys.